After searching Shirley's pub, it's clear to me that she's a person of questionable morality.
Definitely.
The glass shard that the police found matched the small telescope perfectly.
You're a slob.
I'm positive it was the weapon used to hit Tony Morgan, but I have found no trace of Charlotte May. This is my last chance. I need to know a few more things before I accuse Shirley of anything.
I think this is the last neighbor, too. Now, she is more questionable than the others. Especially when there was a weapon with blood on it and she was hiding the glass. We might be here all night. Attacker may have medium-sized boots.
There must be some small detail I'm missing on some
You
of the
think?
evidence. I should read every detail on the evidence.
You know what? I'm just going to change the question up on this one and then have this one go through all four and see if I can find
There
it.
must be a detail I'm missing on some of the
Because
evidence.
these ones make no sense.
I need to look at every piece of evidence.
Okay. That didn't work. Let's try this one. Go from there.
I need to look at every single detail there is.
Got it! I don't know what I did,
That's it.
but woohoo!
By the police's account, Shirley had access to the same type of rope and chloroform with a sword. Match that with the telescope as an attack weapon, and I think I have all the means I need. I can even place her at the window watching over Charlotte May just minutes before
Your
she was taken.
board is awfully confusing.
I spent so much time looking at the McKees and Harold Levy. It's Shirley.
We think it's Shirley?
Dear God, I hope I'm not too late. Time to gather my neighbors and share my suspicions.
Not sure that's good.
Put an end to this once and for all.
The accusation. Can we move him? Or did he just sit there?
I was reaching the end
Ah.
of my investigation. No idea if Catherine could even look me in the eye. I'd promised Tony Morgan I'd find his daughter, and I'd betrayed my own in the process. Perhaps I should have listened to Catherine and left the investigation to the police.
You think?
Perhaps Tony Morgan didn't need my help. Perhaps I'd failed everyone. Only time would tell, and Shirley Downs held the key.
Second move.
Catherine, thank you for coming.
What do you want, Dad?
Oh. Shit.
I told you I didn't want to...
I promise I'm not wasting your time.
What do you want?
Please, come inside. I have something you'll want to see.
You'll forgive me if I don't believe you.
Then why did you come?
It's
So rude.
my job to follow up all leads.
Then, please, I'll show you what I've been working on these past few days.
These past few days you promised me you weren't investigating again. Please don't humiliate me, Dad.
And everybody's there.
Thank you all for coming. I imagine you share some notion of why I asked you here. In short, to discuss the disappearance of Charlotte May, and also to apologize
She doesn't look too
to
thrilled.
each and every one of you. I'm sure you know by now that I've been investigating every possible area of her disappearance, and that has meant looking closely at Dahlia View.
You mean spying on us?
A crude interpretation, but yes.
That's illegal.
Don't smoke in my home.
Surely.
I've broken no laws, I can assure you.
That we know of. This is an invasion of privacy. You're a police officer. How can you let him do
It's
this?
not illegal to ask questions, Mrs. McKee.
What about breaking and entering? How'd you feel about that? Hey?
Are you pressing charges, Mr. Levy?
We still need to address the fact that there's an attacker at
Let
large.
Mr. Conway speak. I'd rather like to see where this is going.
Well, with my...
He even has
apologies,
Shirley there. Are you nuts?
let's talk about what I've uncovered. Annabelle and Theo. The two of you clearly have problems of your own to work through.
The very nerve of you, Mr. Conway.
And you should have reported that dog that you hit with the car. It would have saved a lot of time, and perhaps we would have found Charlotte May by now. But I have no reason at all to think you could have taken Charlotte May.
Ooh, piss him off more, why don't you?
I have nothing more to say to the two of you.
Harold Levy?
Harold Levy. You don't like me very much. I can live with that. You said it yourself. As long as I pay my rent on time, we won't have a problem. In the future, it might do you well to extend that courtesy to neighbors going through certain hardships. But not every problem can be solved with your fists. I believe you owe Mr. Morgan an apology.
What's he talking about?
God knows.
Other than that, I found nothing to think you capable of such a terrible act as kidnapping a girl. I have nothing more for you.
Oh, that was a waste of time then.
Lady Doa, I thank you for permitting me to search your home. But on reflection, you really should pay more attention to whom you employ to clean your estate.
Hindsight is a blessing.
I don't think you had anything to do with Charlotte May's disappearance. It's a shame that your home was violated in such a way. Again, I extend my apologies that you've been dragged into this.
Water under the bridge, Mr. Conway.
And finally,
She was a sweet lady.
we come to Shirley Downs,
Uh-oh.
the second victim of our unknown perpetrator. A completely innocent bystander the night that Charlotte May was taken. The perfect alibi. Were it not all based on lies and deception?
Well then.
What? No, you all saw what happened to
Shirley, please, let us dispense with the song and dance.
Shirley? What is he talking about?
I have no idea, Annabelle. I can assure you of that. Just what on earth are you getting at, Mr. Conway?
I bloody knew it. You've always been a dark horse.
I had nothing to do with Charlotte May's disappearance, I promise you.
Mr. Conway, I think you might have made a mistake.
Catherine, would you mind?
Please, I think it's time we talk to Miss Downs alone. Could we have the room?
I think I should stay. She's my sister and she needs
Mrs.
my...
McKee, please. Everyone, in fact. Leave now.
I think it's best you leave too, Mr. Morgan. Don't worry, I'll update you later on this evening once I know more.
Ooh.
Shirley,
I can't believe Catherine went with
I'll
it.
be fine, Annabelle. They're making a huge mistake. Just do as the police officer says.
I'm afraid that means you too, Mr. Levy.
No way. I would have missed this if you paid me.
Get out, you fool.
Oh, you go, girl. That was rude.
This what you wanted, was it?
How very disappointing. Good work, Mr. Conway.
Shirley, please take a seat.
Uh-oh.
Now, where should I begin?
Look, I don't know what this is about, but
I can't believe she's letting
you made
him
a
run
huge
the
mistake.
meeting.
I'm sorry. Catherine, is it? Can you talk some sense into him?
I think we should hear what he has to say.
This is ridiculous.
If you have nothing to hide, then surely you relish the chance to prove your innocence.
You watched me get attacked. That proves that the kidnapper is still out there.
Well, let's start there then, shall we?
I want to know about Spyglass.
How will you explain this, I wonder?
Perhaps you want to explain how you found that, without breaking the law.
I'm sure it will come to that. But for now, we're talking about you. You have nothing to say. There's no getting around this, Shirley.
You're not listening. It wasn't me.
Glass shard?
What's that supposed to be?
Why don't you tell me? It was found in your pub.
So what? Lots of people drink there every day. Glasses smash. I don't know what's special about a piece of glass.
Sounds plausible.
Well, there you have it.
Well, Mr. Crow didn't seem to think so. He told me you took it from the police evidence room.
Prove it.
I intend to. I'm sure Mr. Crow will be willing to testify. Let's move on. What do you have to say about this?
You've
Photo.
been watching me. Annabelle was right. This is an invasion of privacy.
Well, isn't that what you wanted?
What are you talking about?
For someone to see your charade. The whole business with the so-called intruder. You set the whole thing up.
What a ridiculous thing to say. How could I have? Why would I?
You did it so that Tony Morgan would see you as the victim, and therefore not as his attacker. I saw you too. I'll admit, you were very convincing.
This is all in your mind, Mr. Conway. You have no evidence at all.
Well, we'll see. Let's continue, shall we?
Okay, what next?
Well, I suppose that's that. Catherine, is what you've heard enough to arrest Miss Downs?
I'm sorry, it's not conclusive enough, I'm afraid.
Well then, I suppose I was wrong. I should have gone with my gut and accused Annabelle.
What?
Again, I'm sorry I've wasted your time. Catherine, can you see if Annabelle is still close by?
Wait, Mr. Conway. What could you possibly think Annabelle has to do with this?
Well, I shouldn't discuss this with you, but all those late nights whilst Thea was gigging, no one able to verify her whereabouts. And then, of course, there's the matter of the... well, like I said, I shouldn't discuss this with you.
Oh,
I
he's trying to use his
apologize.
sister against her.
Let's see if we have enough to arrest your sister.
Wait.
What is it?
I hid the telescope in my safe, but I was hiding it for someone else.
The truth, Shirley. Or this conversation is over.
Okay, I hit Mr. Morgan, but I swear I thought he was someone else.
I'll see what your sister has to say about it.
I'm telling you the truth. Annabelle had nothing to do with it.
Where is Charlotte May?
I didn't take her. That's why I hid the telescope in the first place, so the police wouldn't suspect that I took her.
That makes no sense whatsoever.
I know, right?
Charlotte May.
So let me get this straight. And it's very important that you're clear.
Faked attack?
You faked the attack against you.
Yes. I needed people to know that the kidnapper is still out there. I couldn't come forward and say what I'd done
Ooh,
because
didn't see
people
that
would think I
coming.
took Charlotte May.
Okay. Spyglass.
The telescope is the attack weapon.
I took it from Lady Dowa's hallway. I saw my sister having an affair from Lord Dowa's window. I was angry. I overreacted.
She was having an affair. Okay. Glass
You
shard?
took the shard of glass from the police evidence room.
Well, yes, because it proved that I hit Mr. Morgan. But I thought I was hitting Harold Levy.
You attacked Tony Morgan.
I already told you. I thought I was hitting Harold Levy.
Why would you
He was
hit
kissing
him?
my sister, Annabelle.
Ah, so he wasn't having an affair with Annabelle.
Thea's wife.
I don't think even you can separate the truth from the lies anymore.
I'm not lying, Mr. Conway.
You took Charlotte May that night.
I did not.
Then you put her in Lady Dowa's basement. Why?
I'm not saying another word.
You knocked me from my chair and then staged the attack on yourself to throw me off the scent.
That's all in your head.
Where is Charlotte May?
Ooh, he's really good. Why would you even take her?
Is that enough to arrest Miss Downs?
I believe so, yes.
Then I think I've heard just about all I need to. Catherine, may I have a word?
Wow. Definitely got some interrogation shit down. She looks a little pissed.
Well, it looks like you were onto something after all.
Yes, it looks that way.
Let's wrap this up then, shall we?
Wait a moment. You see now what I was doing, what I had to do.
I do.
Well then, what's wrong? With a little more time, Shirley will tell us where Charlotte May is. You can arrest her. This is a good thing.
You lied to me. You betrayed my trust after you promised me. I'm so glad that you were right. I really am, but that doesn't change how you did it.
Catherine, we did it. You and I. I listened to what you said, and I truly am sorry. There were moments where I knew I was crossing a line, but I did it.
You've told me already.
And I meant it. Please. I'm going to update Mr. Morgan later on and tell him what we found. It would mean a lot to me if you were by my side. What do you say?
Come on, Catherine, don't be mad. I was right.
I'm sorry.
Catherine, please.
Miss Downs, I'm arresting you on suspicion of the abduction of Charlotte May Morgan and an
So we
attempt
still
to
have no
obstruct
answers.
an ongoing police investigation. You don't have to speak, but anything you do say might be used against you in court.
Well, at least he got somewhere after all. The police weren't really doing anything. Like usual.
Shirley has confessed to almost everything I've thrown at her. But she's refused to give me the location of Charlotte May.
Yikes.
I hope to God she's still alive. It's out of my hands and up to Catherine now. I've reached the end of my investigation. But at what cost?
Still missing 6 hours later.
I promised Mr. Morgan I'd return this brooch when I found Charlotte May. The news of Shelley's arrest will have to do for now.
Yeah, Shirley got caught with their good, mad, bad detective skills. Okay. Well, let's take the brooch.
Now that all's said and done, suppose I should tidy all this away.
Probably. So, after talking with Shirley, it's all starting to make sense. She confessed to almost everything. Her worst trait is her stubbornness and refusal to tell where Charlotte May is. So, are we going to find her, or is it just going to leave us hanging? Because I know she's okay, and what would her motive be to steal a child? Or kidnap a child?
I was hoping to return to Mr. Morgan with his daughter. Not this
Ah,
hollow
Jesus.
gesture.
Well, it's gonna have to work for it now. You did all you could. Surprisingly. Alright. Let's go talk to Mr.
I
Morgan.
used to roam these halls and wonder what kind of neighbors lived around me. Now I know all too well.
I know. A little too well. And without getting arrested. Come on. Slow ass elevator. Let's wheel on in here. Let's wheel on out here. Oh, that's backwards. Bro. Yikes. Didn't mean to do that. Get out, bro. Jesus.
How will Mr. Morgan take the news, I wonder? were enough.
Yeah, he lost a child. The landlord punched him in his face and tried to evict him. Or he might actually be evicting him. I'm not sure. And then he helped you find the thing for Shirley, which left him traumatized. And now he has to hear the news.
No sign of Catherine. She's not coming.
Probably not. You done pissed your daughter off. You betrayed your own while trying to find little Catherine. I'll be shocked if she shows up. Knock, knock. Hiya.
Hello, Mr. Conway.
Mr. Morgan, how are you?
I brought you flowers and a brooch.
As well as can be expected, I suppose. I have to say I wasn't expecting you so soon.
I apologize. I thought you might want an update regarding Shirley Downs.
Of course, yes. Why don't you step inside for a moment and, well, please come in. You can leave your things down there if you like.
Thank you.
Down where? What? Down. Oh. Oh. Interesting. Do you have anything else? Okay.
Please. You were saying?
Yes. In short, it went well.
She confessed.
Not to all of it, but I have reason to believe she's confessing right now in police custody. She confessed to hitting you over the head and to pretending she was attacked. We found the weapon and, well, the list goes on.
What about my daughter?
She refused to admit it. She was adamant.
But you said she confessed to hitting me.
Well, there's more to the story, I'm afraid. She swears blind that she thought she was hitting Harold Levy.
What? Okay, I don't know what that means.
I agree. It doesn't make any sense.
Where is my daughter, Mr. Conway?
Mr. Morgan.
Not really sure. Hopefully we find out before
I won't stop until I
we end the video.
her.
Or, like, by the
I'm
ending.
Sorry, that was unfair of me.
I understand, and it's me who has to apologize. I told you I would find your daughter, and until now I've failed you in that matter.
I don't blame you. You've done all you can. I'm sorry. Where are my manners? Please, come and sit through here.
Okay,
Perhaps
just
you'd
roll
like a
on
cup
into
of
the
tea,
living
Mr.
room.
Conway. 4 sugars? Am I right?
Yes.
Yes, that's right.
I was gonna click on it, but
Please.
I wasn't ready.
Make
I missed
yourself
it.
at home. I'll be back momentarily.
Thank you, I will.
Okay, now what? Can we follow him, or do we just kind of like... No, we just move around the living room, I guess. Are we really inspecting Mr. Morgan's place? Seriously? What's this?
How long have you lived in Dahlia View? Must have been before I moved here.
Yes, about 4 years or so. I remember the day you moved here. I should have introduced myself then. I'm sorry about that.
Not to worry. I should have done the same.
I don't introduce myself to my neighbors, so I mean... makes sense. That was a little too close. Some coasters. Ooh, a stamp. Sorry, Mr. Morgan, I'm taking this. Guess I'm just gonna kind of move around. See if there's anything I can click on.
Where is Charlotte May's mother? If I'm not intruding. Aren't you married?
That's a very long story, I'm afraid. What about yourself? Isn't there a Mrs. Conway?
Not really, just me.
Well, that's an even longer story. She would have said that I was married to my work.
Yeah. Are you married to your work, Mr. Conway? After dealing with this, I would say so. And you're retired now. And all your neighbors probably hate you now.
What exactly is your line of work?
I'm a dentist.
Really?
I imagine that pays a good wage.
I hate the
Well,
dentist.
I'm a dental assistant, if I'm being honest with you, but I'm training to be an anaesthetist, so there's that.
Interesting.
Anything else? No? How long does it take to make some tea with sugar? Just curious. Alright.
Oh, that reminds me. I've brought the brooch back that I found at the crime scene.
Thank you so much. I hope it was of some use.
Not really. What are we doing here? What the
What on earth?
what the fudge would
This
you do
isn't
that for?
Charlotte May. It's a different girl altogether. Wearing Charlotte May's brooch.
Wow.
Another girl.
Where are they?
Jesus, what is this?
Where are there different girls?
Mr. Morgan, what have you done?
Oh God, is it Mr. Morgan? Oh, we put it back for
I said
once.
I hope the brooch was of some use.
Yes. I mean, no. I wasn't able to connect it to anything.
Is everything okay, Mr. Conway? You seem a little out of sorts.
Yes, I'm fine. I
We missed one.
don't think I'll have that tea after all. I'm sorry to put you out, but I remembered I have to hand over all of my findings to Catherine. She'll probably be waiting for me.
She was 6 when that picture was taken.
Is that so?
Such an innocent age, wouldn't you say? She wouldn't have known what real danger was back then.
Something seems creepy.
Well, we all have to grow up at some point, don't we? You'll excuse me, but I really must.
Are you sure you're okay, Mr. Conway? I can't help but feel your discomfort. Is it something I've done?
Like I said,
Uh-oh.
keeping Catherine waiting is all.
Uh-oh. Okay, something seems creepy. Something seems off. Something seems wrong. I'm scared.
You know, I thought that I was careful enough, but the way you think...
Are you
really are
gonna
very
hit me
clever,
with that?
Conway. To your detriment.
Oh, fuck! He hit me again, bastard!
It's funny. I spent the past few days wondering who on earth would attack me. I was as confused as everyone else. Turns out it was all just a misunderstanding. Have you ever heard anything so unlikely?
I am knocked out cold.
I was going to leave town that night. I'd left her in Doe's basement. Things were almost in place.
Oh, shit.
I was putting the rubbish out, and then...
Is she dead?
Well,
Did you kill her?
and then Shirley Downs.
She's still alive, isn't she?
I really am glad you decided to investigate. The mystery was eating me up inside. You know, I watched you work these past few days. Watched as you pulled our neighbours' lives apart piece by piece.
Yeah, that was kind of interesting.
Getting to work with you at Shirley's pub and seeing you before that at Lady Doe's house.
Can
It's very
we
exciting.
see anything? Shit. We're dead. We're so dead. Can we grab it? He put me on the couch so I can't
It's
go
funny,
anywhere. That's
I
fucked
felt
up.
that if I could just reach out.
Of course, I couldn't.
From
He
what I
knows.
remember, you reached out with your fist.
Oh my god, he's taking my chair, y'all. He's taking my chair.
You almost
Mm.
caught me that night, you know, in Lady Doe's basement.
Wait,
You were so close.
Are you
but
giving me
still
my chair
so
back?
far. You know, I've never had to go back and check before.
you're gonna sit in my chair, aren't you?
But after you promised me you'd find her,
With your
I had to think
evil
on my
man
feet.
butt.
she cried when she saw me. I suppose she was seeing me for the first time in many ways.
She? You mean the girl that, some other poor child you've taken?
So he's a kidnapper. Did you kill her?
The real Charlotte May is dead, yes? Why did you do this?
Charlotte May was 6.
Why can I
When
move
she-
around and I can't do anything? Can I kick him? Ugh.
You see, after so many years,
Well, we're in a wheelchair. My legs are probably paralyzed, huh?
well, they stop looking like children, don't they?
Dear God.
What did you do?
So she was too old to remind you of the real Charlotte May. And that's why... This really isn't your first time.
The first time I did this, my hands were shaking. I was a mess, Mr. Conway. I'd have been embarrassed.
So you
just to be in
kidnap
your
and steal
presence.
kids?
You sound as though she means nothing to you.
She means everything to me.
Have you lost your mind?
I
A
think
little
our
bit.
little talk is over, Mr. Conway.
What are you gonna do to me?
Believe me, I don't want to do this, but
You're gonna kill me,
leave
aren't you?
No choice.
I don't think you will kill me. You didn't tie that little girl up for no reason. If you were simply a murderer, you wouldn't have left her alive down there.
So where is she?
There has to be something more to you.
What makes you so sure?
I think you wanted to see her as Charlotte May. You wanted to believe it, right up until the end.
Well, you've got it all figured out, haven't you?
Not
What
really.
happened to the real
I don't be
Charlotte
stuck
May?
in this chair.
You have a daughter, Mr. Conway. You know how it is. It's your responsibility. Your duty to protect them, no matter what.
Tony,
Well?
what happened?
I must have left the balcony door unlocked. I took my eyes off her for just a second. We lived on the 5th floor.
Tony, I'm so sorry. Perhaps we should talk about it. You can tell me about her. If you let me go, I'm sure...
I don't think so, Mr. Conway. I've complimented you on your intellectual prowess. Please don't insult mine.
Charismatic skills ain't gonna work on this guy.
Where
He's
is
a
the
nut
girl
job.
now?
She's quite safe.
Quite safe where? What'd you do with her? What's the girl's real name?
Mr. Morgan, at least tell me, what's the girl's real name?
Sophie Marling, if I recall. It was all over the papers, although I tried not to look. Funny. It made the front page for a week. 1 week, Mr. Conway. Then I think some football team won a game somewhere and the world moved on. Makes you think, doesn't it?
What would the real Charlotte May think of you?
He
You won't speak
is
anymore.
gonna drug me.
Do you think she'd be proud of what you've done?
Please, stop.
What about this girl?
I hope Catherine shows
Everyone's
up.
looking for her. You can't get away with this.
Mr. Conway, you've already arrested Shirley. No one is going to find her, and no one is going to find you. Now, please stop. You're beginning to make me rather uncomfortable.
Jesus. You wouldn't want her to remember you this way.
None of that matters. Now, please.
Oh my god.
Try to keep still.
Catherine, where are you? Oh my god, he's very strong for an
Please,
old,
don't do
disabled
this.
man.
You're a reasonable man, Mr. Morgan. I know you don't want to do this.
Oh my god. Don't let near me.
Believe
Don't let
me.
me. No, no,
I
no.
tried to change what I am, but I can't.
Oh my god.
Mr. Morgan, I would very much like to speak with you.
For God's sake. Like father, like daughter. Not a word, Mr. Conway. The anesthesia should kick in shortly.
Yell! Yell! Your mouth still works, right? Yell! Yell! Do something.
Hello, Mr. Morgan. I'm sorry to trouble you, but I wondered if I might speak with you and my father.
Your father? Are you expecting her?
I thought he might already be here.
Oh
He said
my
he was
God.
going to talk to you about Shirley Downs.
Mr. Morgan, stop.
May I come in and talk through our options?
Please don't.
I'm not sure that's a good
Please.
Oh my
idea.
God.
Okay, that's fine. I can come back tomorrow.
Catherine,
You know what?
run away.
With everything that's going on,
Oh my
I'm not...
Oh my
Yes,
God.
It's
I
him.
think that would be a good idea. Tomorrow morning,
Save yourself.
lunchtime perhaps.
If you
Oh my
think
god.
I'll wait until-
I'm so
Please
drunk.
don't hurt
I'm
her.
sorry to bother you so late.
Please don't apologise.
What can I do?
We'll talk tomorrow.
Thank you, Mr. Morgan. Wait,
Help! 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 Help!
you haven't
Help!
seen my father.
Help! Help!
Then why
Help!
is this
Come on!
camera in
Come on!
your house?
Come on! So close! Oh
In his
Jesus!
bag?
Come on! Come on! Come on! Grab the wheelchair! Grab the wheelchair!
Mr. Morgan?
Grab the wheelchair! Crawl! 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 Come on, old man! Come on! Put your back into it! Don't fade out yet! Oh! Oh, Catherine! I'm coming! So trying to! So trying to! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! I can't press it fast enough! Oh god! We're out. Good night. The party's over. We're dead. She's dead. Everybody's just dead. Man, I pressed that button so freaking hard. Are we dead? What's happening? Ambulance. That was our chair, so... Ooh, I'm here. What happened? Tony Morgan's arrests. Yeah! He got caught, somehow. Where's Catherine? Is she okay?
Do you know where Catherine is?
Thank you. How did we get saved? That's the question. Catherine?
Catherine!
Dad, are you okay?
I'm fine.
So maybe she got
Thank
through
God
it.
you
thought the worst.
I did too. What happened here?
She's beat up.
I mean, what on earth did I walk into?
If I'm honest, I'm still trying to figure that out myself.
Shirley was telling the truth.
It appears so.
We searched the house. We'd ruled him out.
Is he...
No, he's alive. He's been taken to the station. We want to know if he's done this before.
I'm afraid you won't like the answer.
Oh my God. That could have been you.
It could have been either one of us.
Dad, listen,
No, Catherine, I'm sorry.
I am too. It's funny, I came back tonight because part of me knew I should have listened to you, but I just wanted to prove to myself that I didn't need any help.
The apple hasn't fallen far from the tree.
Well, at least they're both alive.
I need to ask, did you find Charlotte May? Is she...
Follow me.
Maybe they found her. Thank God she's alive!
This man is Robert Conway. He's been looking for you for days.
Are you okay, my dear? You're safe now. You don't need to be scared anymore. Catherine here is going to take good care of you.
I'll just be a moment. I'll come back. Don't worry.
Thank God she's alive. Holy freaking Jesus. Wonder where they found her.
She hasn't said a word since we found her. She thought that Tony Morgan was her real father. She didn't even know that...
It doesn't bear thinking about.
So, what do we do now? She doesn't have a home.
That reminds me. Her real name is Sophie Marling. You can look through the papers or make some calls for that name over the past few years.
It's a great place to start. I imagine you'll want to come along and help.
No. Perhaps it's best to leave this up to the professionals.
I'd like it if you were by my side.
I'd like that too.
Well, it fixed their bond. At least they found her. Thank the good Lord. I literally thought she died for a second. Catherine, not the kid. I was hoping the kid was alive, and she is. Yay! I think that's the end. I wonder if it'll show if she reunites with her family. It might not. Oh my God, that's the end. This game was wild. I loved this game so much. I literally could not quit playing, and I batch recorded and beat this in 2 days. So, hell yeah! And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys!